that anything that a black person does that is immediately following the same thing that a white person does consistently is looked at as distasteful. Oh, because you're winning. See, but this is what gets me about America and about our society right now. The status of our society is, okay, take former President Donald Trump.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to Black Press. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Now let's get to it. What's going on, everybody? I'm your boy, Mr. Define.
And I'm your girl, Trish.
And we are
Black Press. Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. Go ahead and start this video off. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for future episodes. And go ahead and make a comment for anything that you like that I say, anything that you don't like that I say. Hit a comment for that too, and share it with somebody. Talk about it with somebody else. Let's try to get this platform built up so we could make some great effects in our community. So, first topic is one that we can't. I mean, why would we have a show without actually talking about it? The LSU women's basketball player, Angel Reese. And the whole issue that came down with it against Iowa. You know, LSU won the ring.
Congratulations to them too.
Congratulations
for winning.
So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead. If you living under a rock, I'll just go ahead and play it for you real quick. And play.
People's attention. So first, let's take a look.
Yeah.
All year, I was critiqued about who I was. Nobody, the narrative, I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood, I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this is for the girls that look like me.
So that was Angel Reese speaking about a can't see me hand gesture that was made and clearly sparked a lot of controversy. It's worth noting that the other player, Caitlin Clark, also made that hand gesture. So can you talk to us about what the response has been?
Yeah, so it's been pretty interesting to see how Reese has been vilified, is the word that I keep seeing on social media, for doing the John Cena "you can't see me" hand gesture. So Caitlin Clark did it in the Elite Eight after hitting a three, and then John Cena actually tweeted at her and said they can't see you, and even if they could see you, they couldn't guard you, which is kind of like a cool little thing, And he continued to support her when they got into the Final Four.
Yeah, comes out after that. The First Lady invites not only the championship team, LSU championship, but also the Iowa team.
The losing team.
For the first time ever, the losing team gets invited along with the championship team.
Yeah.
And obviously, Reese turned it down. She said she wanted Michelle Obama to be there.
Yeah.
That's pretty legit. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean,
before I tell you my thoughts.
So I can see both sides of it. So I can see why she invited like both parties, and that's because nowadays we're on like a woman empowerment. So even though they're a losing team, you still want to invite them because we're still here to celebrate a victory for LSU. Be it them not being there or them being there, they were still a part of their victory.
Yeah.
So for them not to be invited, it would almost been like a snub And I also see where people are offended that the losing team is winning because majority of that team is mostly of lighter complexion. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that we have to decide on what we want. Do you want women empowerment, equality, and all this, but shut down the other people? Or do you want to be all inclusive? And if they weren't there, there wouldn't be a win. There wouldn't be a game.
Yeah.
So why not include them?
Women's empowerment still is competition, though.
Yeah, it's competition, but
so I think I know. So that's why you say she invited them because of women's empowerment.
Yeah.
I say she invited them because she invited Iowa along with the championship team LSU because they saw the tension.
Yeah.
And she decided, well, let me try to unite us as women, and I'll invite both teams. But it kind of backfired.
Yeah.
She was trying to do a uniting effort, and it just didn't make sense because no, there's never been a team in history that's won a championship that's lost the championship and then end up getting invited to the White House as well.
But the crazy thing is, it's mostly the fans. So they themselves don't have an issue with each other because even she went on national TV and she was like, don't be mad at her.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations to them. I'm glad they won. This is their first time winning and being there.
Right.
I support them. She said she offered her support
because she's done it. She's actually done it. She came up, started doing it in basketball. You can't see. So obviously she understands. Like if you're losing, then you get taunted. Because especially if you do a taunt like you can't see me, then if they say you can't see me, I don't care how much you up, how much the winning team is up. If you've done it, you can't dish it and not take it and not be able to receive it. So if you gonna throw out a taunt like you can't see me and you start losing, best expect somebody gonna throw that you can't see me right back at you.
Yeah.
So, but here's the reason why I believe people are upset about Angel Reese doing it.
Yeah.
Because the general was saying, we will always, hopefully not always, but at this point in time, America is still so super flawed.
Yeah.
That anything that a black person does that is immediately following the same thing that a white person does consistently is looked at as distasteful. Oh, because you're winning. See, but this is what gets me about America. And about our society right now, the status of our society is, okay, take former President Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And the things that he did, and him being indicted, right?
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, yes, indict him. You know why? And it has nothing to do with politics for me. For me, it's, okay, indict the rich white man the same way you would have indicted a rich black man. And
that would never happen because we haven't even seen his mugshot.
They're not going to do a mugshot. The reason they won't do a mugshot the reason for doing a mugshot is to be recognized in a lineup if you need to be.
Okay.
We already know who he is. Everybody knows who he is. I'm president. But here's my point. Like, okay, they went after Wesley Snipes. All he did is a black actor.
They slayed him in the media.
They're saying he's been indicted for pretty much, like, Trump's been indicted.
Tax evasion.
Well, not tax evasion. They saying it was just, it's something low level. It's a white collar crime. Not reporting the funds correctly for the hush money payment that was given to Stormy Daniels. They wrote it down as
I was talking about Wesley Snipes. That's what he was.
Yeah, tax evasion. So, but here's my thing. They're both white collar crimes.
Yeah.
So I say, you got Wesley Snipes. You get like when what's his name? When Eddie Murphy was given his. You see the Eddie Murphy piece where he was saying things to do to be a successful actor. Yeah. And he was like, stay out of trouble, pay your taxes, and something else. And it was like, okay, we know as black people they're gonna go after us for anything even small. something as a tax evasion, they're gonna go after us. But a rich white man can stay on national stage, get caught on camera saying he can grab a female by her genitals and still get elected president. That is the issue that we're dealing with.
And he's still up. If
Obama would have done anything, if he would have done anything out of pocket, they would have tried. They literally probably would have tried to take him to the gallows.
Yeah. But
a rich white man, regardless of what he says, what racist things he says, good on both sides, tax evasion, whatever it is, there are a lot of people, especially voters, and I'm gonna say there's still a lot of white people that even if they're not completely racist, there's still some tendencies.
Yeah.
And this is a tendency. This is a tendency where a black female athlete can do the same taunting gesture that a white female athlete has done in the past, and even gotten commented from John Cena even if they could see you, they can't guard you. But the fact that you're a black female that did it towards a white female, it's looked at as distasteful because it doesn't matter. There are still racial biases within the white community.
And that's true. That's very much true because even in like everyday life, you see it. Yeah, there's no escaping that.
There's only one way you can get around it. There's only one way that we as a black community can get around this or get past this is if we own, because then we can own the narrative.
Yeah.
We keep trying to play by their rules or play by our rules on their court. That's what we're doing. We're so busy because we're so great at things. Because we're so great, it's easy to taunt when you're going to win. But the fact that we're great does not still take us out of their rule box.
Yeah, and because we're great, we should be able to achieve and do great things. So there shouldn't be a reason why there's a limit for black people, or just because you're black, you can't do certain things. There is no limit.
There's just standards that are. There's certain standards for us to operate within their box.
There are limits because as a black person, whenever you achieve something and you achieve something big, it's like, wow, you went beyond the limit. They'll say it to a black person.
Yeah.
Oh, you went beyond the limits. Wow, you're doing great. But they won't say that to somebody else. They'll say, wow, you achieved, you did good. They won't put it to where like you crawled out the barrel, basically.
Yeah. Or that you're smart for a black person.
Yeah.
Or you're really professional for a black person.
You're very educated for a black person.
Yeah.
You know how many times?
For a black person. Yeah.
You know how many times I've heard that?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, I've heard it a lot too.
Yeah.
But I still go back to saying, so long as you operate, as long as you're operating inside of their box or inside on their court, you operate under their rules.
Yeah.
So I got this thing, and I'll wrap it up after this. Unless you want to say something more. I have this thing about so Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Right. Do you remember when he's very like fundamentals boxer?
Okay.
To the point where he's so freaking fundamentals, he's boring to me. He's boring to a lot of people. He beat Pacquiao, who's a very explosive boxer, but he beat Pacquiao just because he's got better fundamentals. So all he did was block and parry and won by points. But when what's his name? And Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter, got into the ring with Floyd, and they played. Now Conor McGregor, a UFC championship MMA fighter, versus a championship boxer playing in boxers' rules. Who do you think won?
Who won? Conor McGregor? Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather. You know why?
Why?
Because Conor McGregor, who's an all-around better fighter because of using ground tactics or ground techniques, kicking, punching, everything, up the flying punches. when you put him in a ring that he has to play by specific rules of only boxing, he's gonna lose because that's what
he doesn't know his form and stuff.
No, it's not about that. It's because he's such a great fighter, or at the time he was such a great fighter that he's a great fighter because he can use his entire body. But
that's part of having a form, right? Because you have to know like the movements and the mechanics that you can and cannot do.
Yeah, but his movements and mechanics were different because at some points you could see him in a fight where he was where he would almost throw a kick because he's so used to that's part of his mechanics. It was different mechanics and it was different rules. So if Floyd Mayweather would have been in the octagon with McGregor, he would have got destroyed because Floyd only knows punches.
Yeah.
This is what our community is struggling with. We are playing. We have the skills of a MMA fighter, but we're fighting in a boxing ring by boxing rules and complaining that we can't kick.
Step outside.
Only way you can get outside of what's going on, or these boxes, they kind of put us in and then blame us for being too great to be in that box, is by creating what happened. When they created MMA fighting, most people stopped paying attention to boxing. We're capable of performing at a higher level, but if we keep trying to stay inside of their box by their rules, we're gonna always end up with this. We're gonna always end up with, oh, you're taunting, that's not respectful, or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna always be something. So you want something that doesn't get critiqued by some powerful white man? Build something yourself.
Easier said than done.
No,
it's a lot that goes into it,
but a lot of
but
wealthy black people that if we actually got together and created a Black Wall Street across our entire nation, we can do anything. Our spending power is so great,
but that's the thing.
We spend it on other things.
That's the thing. Like, black people aren't as supportive of their fellow black person.
Right.
They're more so going for the fad or what's popular
or getting their own bag.
Yeah.
They want their own bag versus the bag of the community growing bigger.
Yeah. I can use us as an example, like, support us, where are you?
All right, hit the like, subscribe, come on now.
Like, subscribe.
I'm looking at the screen.
Yeah,
like and subscribe.
Comment and share.
Please do.
Spread it. Spread the love.
If you hit the like button, then that tells the YouTube algorithm that, hey, these people are spitting fire, so we need to show it to somebody else. So, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm your boy, Mr. Define.
And I'm your girl, Trish.
We are
Black Press.